going on, everybody? Welcome to Turnbuckle Topics. My name is Pat, and that's right, the wait is over. Thank goodness it's WrestleMania. We have night 1 tonight, 7 solid matchups. Night 2 tomorrow night with 7 more solid matchups. And I think we can all agree on the simple fact that the build-up for this WrestleMania, the storytelling, a little lackluster to say the least. However, not really the wrestlers themselves' fault. I do think these are great matchups for the most part, and I do think they will deliver on the matches themselves. So we're going to get to the first 7 matches of Night 1 in just a moment, but if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe, hit that notifications bell, and of course give this video a like and comment. What match are you looking forward to the most on Night 1? Do you think there will be any title changes? Because we have 3 title matches on Night 1, and yeah, so it's a whole lot to get to. I'm not going to waste any more time, so without further ado, let's get to it. So the first match I'm going to start off with here is Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. Now, I try to learn something new every day, and last night I definitely did. I was watching SmackDown, and they mentioned that this is Cesaro's first singles match at WrestleMania. Ever. Nah, that's wild. I know he's usually in a tag team match. As I mentioned in the past, he's been with the likes of Nakamura, Sheamus, Tyson Kidd, even Jack Swagger, and the list probably goes on even further than that. I do remember him having some kind of a singles opportunity, if you want to call it that, at WrestleMania 30. He was in the inaugural Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale, which he actually won. They actually had that take place on SmackDown last night, where Jey Uso eliminated Nakamura and won. Congrats to Jey Uso. So, back on track here. Yes, so Cesaro, first singles opportunity versus Seth Rollins, and it's at WrestleMania. I gotta go with Cesaro, man, because Seth Rollins doesn't have a whole lot to gain if he's gonna beat Cesaro, honestly. I think it would mean the world to Cesaro to get that victory, actually give him that confidence necessary to remind him that he is a great singles competitor as well, and not just a tag team specialist. So in my opinion, WWE do the right thing. Alright, so we got Shane McMahon going up against the monster among men, Braun Strowman. We got the Strowman Express coming through on that freaking train. That sound effect they got going on now, it's getting crazy. Anyway, they're going to be in a steel cage match. And I mean, honestly, with Shane McMahon involved, would they really have it any other way? They need something for him to jump off of. If it's not going to be the ship at Raymond James Stadium, it might as well be the steel cage. So this match is going to be pretty crazy, one would assume. All kinds of high-flying tactics and Strowman just knocking him down left and right, especially for calling him stupid for the last 5 or 6 weeks. That's not very nice. I got to go with Braun Strowman on this one. I really do, because even if Jackson Riker or Elias find their way in the steel cage to interfere at some point, somehow, I think Strowman's going to take them all down. Simple as that. That man is in the best shape of his life. Strowman is an absolute monster for real. His body fat looks non-existent. The guy is shredded. So that's the last person I'd want to upset at this point. Gotta go with Braun Strowman for the win. So we have the Raw Tag Team Championships on the line as the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods defend their tag team titles against AJ Styles and Omos. Or is it Omos? I really hope I'm pronouncing it right, because if he hears this and I mispronounce it and it gets back to him somehow, he will squash me like a bug. That dude does not play. Anyway, totally unbiased, even though I have a Bootios poster right here, but I gotta go with the New Day. I just changed that. I was initially going with AJ and Omos, but yeah, I gotta go with the 11-time tag team champions on this one. The longest reigning tag team champions of all time. I'd be crazy not to. Especially if it's Omos' debut. I know it's on the grandest stage of them all. But yeah, Xavier Woods, Kofi. At the end of the day, I got to go with them. So now we have a tag team turmoil match. We have 5 tag teams, and whoever wins this match will go on to Night 2 and face the women's tag team champions. Titles on the line, going up against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. So the participants in that match are Naomi and Lana, Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan, aka the Riot Squad, Natalya and Tamina, and Carmella and Billie Kay. Now at first I was leaning towards Naomi and Lana. You know, dating back to months ago when Nia Jax basically put Lana through the announcer's desk about 2 months straight. I'm thinking maybe this would be some late payback and they would win the titles on the grandest stage of them all. However, I had a change of heart last minute, especially after watching SmackDown last night. I feel like it's Natalya and Tamina that are going to get this opportunity. I've been seeing Natalya post a lot lately about, her family member Owen Hart, Tamina's family member Yokozuna. They won at WrestleMania 11 as a tag team, defeating the Smoking Guns, becoming WWF Tag Team Champions. And maybe that might be happening now here at WrestleMania 37. So there's some rich history there. And I just have this strong gut feeling that they will go on tonight too and face Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. And by the way, I got to add that Peyton Royce can't be too happy about this. They split up the Iconics months ago in hopes to give them a singles push, or at least Peyton. And now Peyton's on the sideline. I think she's one of 2 or 3 women on Raw that aren't in any kind of a matchup, being that I believe Peyton Royce and Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. But at least Alexa Bliss is involved in The Fiend's storyline with Randy Orton, so that doesn't really count. So in this tag team matchup, we have The Miz and John Morrison going up against Bad Bunny and the Archer of Infamy, Damian Priest. Now, I think this match will be entertaining, to say the least. Take it for what it's worth, folks. Don't put too much stock into it. Don't get bent out of shape. Yes, we know there's several other wrestlers that should be out there having a match outside of Bad Bunny, or no one's really looking forward to Logan Paul on night 2, as far as I'm concerned. I know I'm not. A lot of the guys we saw in that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale on SmackDown, the likes of a Nakamura or a Murphy, Ali, Cedric Alexander, Ricochet, the list goes on. We know they should be in these kinds of matchups. Anyway, just take it for what it's worth. I do think Bad Bunny is entertaining. I think the guy's got some skills too, because I could have swore that jab he gave Miz a couple weeks ago, I thought he knocked Miz's nose right off his face. So I think this will be fun, and I gotta go with Bad Bunny and Damian Priest for the win. I think that's the only way to settle this. I think that's bottom line. I don't think Bad Bunny's going to be sticking around full time. It's been fun the last few months seeing him a 24/7 champion and all. But yeah, I think they'll settle this once and for all. Bad Bunny and Damian Priest with the win. So the WWE Championship is on the line tonight, as we'll see the almighty Bobby Lashley, the champion, walking in against former champion, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. Now, I'm going to be real with you. I have a lot of mixed emotions about this match. I went back and forth on who I want to win, who I think will win, and so on and so forth. I mean, I'm just going to give you this little tidbit. I know Lashley's been the champ for, 5 or 6 weeks. I think after him chasing this title for 16 years and finally getting this opportunity, he should have won this title at WrestleMania. Bottom line. Okay? Bottom line. I hope that he does retain the title, but there's something... My gut is telling me that Drew McIntyre is going to win. I feel like they're going to make up for last year when McIntyre won at the Performance Center, and it was great. I thought it was a beautiful thing to watch. I know he didn't have the fans there, but believe me, all of us were watching, and it was great. And now here at the very same place it was supposed to be at last year, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, we may see Drew McIntyre win for the 3rd time and become WWE Champion with fans. So I think they're trying to make up for last year, and that's what leads me to believe that Drew McIntyre will win this match. Again, I love both of these wrestlers. As much as I would like Drew to win, and I am picking him, there's a part of me that really would like to see Lashley come out on top. Because personally, the guy deserves a better run. Again, I think he deserved to win it at a pay-per-view, especially the likes of a WrestleMania, and not in a lumberjack match on Monday Night Raw. Now it's time for some main event action as we see the SmackDown Women's Champion, the Boss, Sasha Banks, going up against the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. This is going to be a match, folks. It's going to be a match, and this is definitely a match deserving to be in the main event of Night 1, without a doubt. Again, another title match I went back and forth about who I want to win, who I think will win. But here's my thing. Sasha Banks is yet to have her WrestleMania moment. Okay? She is yet to have her moment. The only one of the 4 horsewomen that haven't had their moment. Charlotte had it numerous times. dating back to WrestleMania 32, we'll start with, when she was the inaugural winner of the WWE Women's Championship when it switched over from the Divas title in that triple threat against Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. So there goes Charlotte. The next year in Orlando, WrestleMania 33, Bayley successfully defended her Raw Women's Championship. As we all know, WrestleMania 35, Becky Lynch went in there and won both championships in the main event against Charlotte and Ronda. So, do I think Bianca is ready to be champion? I do. I really, truly do. I just feel as if Sasha Banks deserves and has earned the right to defend this title successfully. And I say, why rush it? Why rush it? You could easily draw this feud out between Sasha and Bianca all the way to SummerSlam, where I think then Bianca should become champion at SummerSlam. I would be completely okay with that. I think it's a little premature to have Bianca win right now. She had an amazing win at the Royal Rumble, which put her in this position in the first place. And she's really been doing amazing as she's been on the main roster for the better part of a year now, bouncing between Raw and now SmackDown. So when all's said and done, that being said, you know how I feel, and I feel pretty strongly about it. As much as I would like to see them close the show with Bianca Belair getting her first title reign as SmackDown Women's Champion, I gotta go with the boss, Sasha Banks. As always, thanks once again for tuning in to another episode of Turnbuckle Topics. I hope you enjoyed this preview and predictions for Night 1 of WrestleMania. It's going to be a great show tonight, folks, so I hope you enjoy it to the fullest. And be sure to look out for my next video, preview and predictions for Night 2 of WrestleMania. It's going to be interesting. I got some interesting insight and picks, so you don't want to miss it. Alright, guys, I'll see you then.